What up, guys? NDL Weekly. What's happening? Adrian, how was your vacation, brother?
It was nice. We went to Boston for the first time.
I think it's Boston.
Had some chowder.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So is
chowder.
It better than Texas chowder?
We don't really have chowder here. I mean, I guess they might make some crawfish chowder, but it ain't the same as chowder.
Do you like clams?
It's really the only thing I can eat. I'm allergic to shellfish, so I have to kind of be careful. So, but it was nice. We went and saw Fenway Park, which is kind of cool.
I want to see that.
I'd never been there, but it's a very cool stadium. Smaller than what you'd think it is actually being there, but it's pretty cool. The history and everything like that. It's pretty awesome.
I bet Mitch knows how far left field wall is.
It's ways out there. I've done and taken a tour of Fenway, which is pretty cool.
I thought left field was closer than most left fields. It's just quite taller.
It's a much taller.
Yeah.
What do they call that? The Green Monster?
Yep.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's wicked awesome.
Yeah, dude, I desperately want to be up there on those seats. That seems like it'd be fun. Looking down on everyone is my main goal, but also seeing the players down there would be cool.
Oh, Jason, you can look down on people without sitting above them.
Dude, I know. I'll sit right next to Grudy. Can we just mourn for just a sec? Could that have come at a worse time for me?
Yes.
Oh, I guess it could have come like right before bed, and then I would have dreamt about it. Hey, have you guys ever been in a startup, like a slow draft startup, and like you yeah, me too. You fall asleep and then you're just dreaming about trading up, trading back, drafting. Do you guys ever dream of, right?
Yes.
Isn't that really? Well, dude, it does suck because I'm like, oh my God, I just moved up like 2 rounds for nothing. And then I wake up and I didn't. Javi.
I dream of waivers, which is
do you? Do you is it I don't so that's why I like Dynasty so much. It's so hard to play waivers for 33 leagues.
It is. Yeah.
You know? What are you in? You're in like a dozen.
12. I got 12.
Yeah. That's wow. How many are you in, Jason?
13.
Nice. Mitch?
14.
Oh, you really ramped it up this offseason.
Yeah.
Good for you, Pickle.
Baller.
How did you guys do this week in NDL?
Oh,
I know, bro. I lost all 4 of them, and I'm about to lose the 5th JV to Jake right now.
I think I lost all 5 as well.
I went.
But I beat Zach in our DH match head to head in GA.
Yeah. Do we brag about beating? Although he beat me.
Yes.
God, he beat me this week. That was the brutal one. I'm in, and he beat me in NFL, and I posted it in the NFL chat, but it was so bad. I'll talk about it again. But boy, losing to Zach is like, God, I'd rather get a paper cut on the tip of my penis. I really would. I know. Hey, dude, have you guys ever had kidney stones?
No.
My God. I had it at 19, and the nurses were in there, and they're like, I've never seen a 19-year-old have kidney stones. And I'm writhing in pain, and they're, come in here, telling other nurses, come in here, look. I'm looking at my chart. It's just me and my wiener out there.
Sure.
And I'm like, I'm in my gown. I'm keep pushing that morphine button. It was so bad. You end up, I'll give you one more stat. Let's say your urethra is this big. Okay. That's how big mine is. Is your urethra your wiener? I really don't know.
Yeah, more or less. It's in there.
Okay. So you say your urethra is this big. Okay. Let's just accurate.
Like wide or long?
Right. Pick. So the whole way you got a razor rock, okay, going through your penis, and it's just ripping the flesh in your penis. and all of a sudden you're trying to pee, but you're just
We might need to
dripping out
change
blood. Just don't drink a lot of soda. Please drink so much water you can't believe it. Okay. You don't want kidney stones. And then your urine is backed up by just pieces of flesh that are caught in the way of your pee hole. So how was the vacation
lost
like
them.
in general? You had fun on your vacation. That's awesome.
Yes, it was. It was fun.
Good. That's awesome. Hey, Jay, I have something quick. That trade with Joe, who came up with that? Was there any counter to that? Because
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
We will talk
We'll get
about
to
it. Yes.
We don't need to talk about it now.
okay.
We'll talk about
I
it.
started going cross-eyed. I couldn't even finish it. I swear to God, I didn't get through all the players. Hey, has Hines had 5.7 PPR points? Anyone?
I will.
Don't-
check right now. He does not. He's got 3 carries for 18 yards.
Mother effer.
He doesn't have a pass
That's
A
or
correct.
reception.
That's not good. And Mitch, hey Mitch, what sport is it that you coach? I was wondering that earlier.
I coach basketball and golf.
Oh, you're coaching golf. So what made you coach those?
Right place, right time.
What do you
I
teach?
I teach math, high school math.
Hmm.
And so I wasn't actually planning on coaching anything ever 3 years ago.
Mhm.
And then the head coach for girls golf was like, hey, why don't you come out, hang out, meet some kids. And I was like, oh, I really like this. He's like, yeah, you can keep doing it. And then with basketball, because I had worked with him with golf, it's the same head coach. He was like, we're looking for somebody to help out with stats, do some scouting for us,
Mhm.
just kind of learn the ropes. And I was like,
That's
oh,
awesome.
I was like, I don't know anything about basketball, but like I can, do whatever.
Yell at kids. Yeah.
He
You,
was like,
you
yeah,
didn't
we'll-
realize that Mitch
we'll teach
was
ya.
secretly 6'10".
Oh, bro, that's
That's
awesome.
a secret. Even I'm not in on.
Dude, I'd love, speaking of wieners, I'd love to know how
6
big a
feet.
6'10" wiener is.
Probably
My
6'10".
good God, that is one hog. Huh. Well, right on. Do you golf? What's your handicap in golf?
Oh, it's like 17. It's not very good. I've only started really trying to get better though for like 8 months.
Well, I don't even know what I just said, so you could have said anything. So, but 17 sounds good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Last year at this time it was like 30. So it's
Hey.
it's gotten a lot better.
good job. And you're wearing a polo, so that helps.
It does. It
Uh-huh.
really does.
That's half the
Right.
battle rate.
Yeah, I think so. Hey guys, remember when the Chiefs lost yesterday? That was neat. Although they lost to
I was
the
pretty happy
Bills,
about that.
I know. I was happy about how they looked. And that wasn't good. Although Mahomes is still outstanding.
He's a good guy.
6 picks so far this season.
Yeah, that's so satisfying, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, it is kind of nice to not have the Chiefs like meta narrative here. Like we've had for the
Yeah.
last couple of years. It's like, okay, we've got Josh Allen, you got Justin Herbert. I'm actually kind of enjoying Tom Brady tearing it up in Tampa Bay.
That's fun. I love seeing him in the commercials, having fun with himself, poking fun at the community. I think it's neat. So, but I know you're in love with Herbert, Kyler Murray, to see him do that in Arizona, represent these different markets. That's always fun. But the
Good
Mahomes,
Lord, 68 points by Herbert.
is that what
You
it
believe
was in NDL scoring?
Yeah. At least
Wow.
on the one I lost on.
So I was wrong that he would kind of take a step down to like mortal.
More, yeah, human levels.
Yeah.
No, he just put on the full on God mode.
Yeah. He, like, if
100%.
Jesus had a twin, right? Probably. At least
Yeah,
he's growing his
it's-
hair out again.
Herbert. I was actually I am like a huge Justin Herbert fan,
Yeah, we know.
but I was looking at his stats and like Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen are all having just as good, if not better, seasons right now. So
Is anyone
like,
out there having more fun than Josh Allen?
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Herbert, I think Herbert has another season or two until we see like more personality out of him on the field,
Yeah.
right? But
That's
Josh
true.
Allen, he did something. Like he converted a third down on a run towards the end of the game, and you just saw some personality. You guys remember that yesterday? don't
I
know.
did not watch
It was
that game.
kind of late, I know, but it's neat to see. Good for the Bills fans. All right, guys, 3 quick hits. Couple questions. I'm going to start with Adrian. Kadarius Toney. So I was trying to get him last week because I saw a little something in him, probably listened to a podcast or two, and I thought this could be something. So Kadarius Toney, how do you feel about Kadarius Toney, Adrian? Anything?
Never heard of him. No, I actually, I did get to see some of him. I mean, he looks like he's got some quickness to him.
Does.
I mean, he looks like he was enjoying it out there. I think he can be a good slot receiver.
Okay, so a couple
Once they get it going.
opinions. What would you give for Toney right now? Just you personally. Anything, if it's nothing, it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would give a first for him.
Mhm.
I mean, I would definitely give a second for him,
Mhm.
or maybe a RB 2, 3-ish, just depending.
Okay.
I mean, I try to find out what the team needs, and just try to throw something
Mhm.
their way, or maybe mix in a player with the 3rd round pick, or maybe
Or a
even as
fourth?
high as I don't know if they'd give him up for a 4th, especially probably after last week, but
you'd try a
yeah.
player and a fourth,
I would even do a 3rd, I think.
a player and a third.
Yeah.
Nice. Jason, you have any thoughts on Toney?
Well, I was going to say, as far as the value goes, I would do probably a player in a second. Like a player who's going to help me, maybe like a lower tier flex guy in a second.
Mm-hmm.
See if that works. I wouldn't give him a first for him.
Like even like a McKissick or a Hines type player who can always be in a PPR type setting. You always need something. Yeah. Any thoughts on Toney, Mitch?
I like what Jason said. I was thinking a player in a second. Again, it would kind of depend. There's no league that I'm personally going out and targeting this guy.
Mhm.
So am I going to make that move? No, but if I saw somebody give a second and a player, I'd be like, nah, that seems all right.
Okay. Yeah, and remember, this is also, we're putting these players on people's radar. Guys, Toney is good. Very, very good. I could be wrong about him. I really don't believe I am. I remember right after our draft, Elijah Moore was starting to get some hype. I thought it would come back down to reality a little bit, but I decided to shoot my shot. I had sent a 1st and a 2nd round pick for Elijah Moore. I was nearly certain that he wouldn't help me this year, but I felt get him on that was when I was trying to tank, get him on my team, throw him on my taxi. I believe he's going to be great in the NFL. Wide receiver 2 in perpetuity after a couple few years. So I threw a 1st and 2nd at John Roberts in JB, and he took it. So he's sitting on my team. Hasn't done anything. That was pretty much how I projected it. Hope for the best, but expected 2-3 years for him. Toney, I would go out and spend a 1st with the right team, right? You have the right assets. It's the right makeup on your team. But I think spending a 1st on Toney, in my opinion, you're going to start seeing what he can do. We were all skeptical of AJ Brown when he first got to Tennessee. We should be skeptical of the Giants offense. But I think Golladay, I don't know what happened to him. Sterling Shepard will always have a role. Great PPR guy. Slayton, I don't think much about Slayton. I do like Evan Ingram. Probably shouldn't. Probably still holding on to that 1st year as a rookie. What happened, Mitch?
I'm laughing at what you said. You like Evan Ingram, but you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I thought something on the game. But so Kadarius Toney, I would give a 1st. You hear what the other guys are saying. Okay. Jason. So Jason, if you saw Zach on the side of the road with no clothes on, begging for a ride, would you pick him up? Yeah.
No, I don't think I could. I'd probably go to the store, grab some eggs, and pelt them.
Yeah. Okay. So that's about the right answer. Adrian, what do you think?
No,
Yeah.
people are weird. And
Yeah.
when we talk about Zach, I
Mhm.
mean, that's, yeah,
Yeah.
you never know.
I just don't want his butt sweat on my leather. You know, what if it was super cold? You knew he wasn't sweating, but he wasn't covering his penis.
Nick,
Mitch?
Zach 6'10".
Let's say Zach is 6'10" and has muscles.
No,
You
he's still
won't-
outside.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mitch, waiver priority. This is probably more redraft, but I know in a couple of our leagues, maybe not. I have Booker in a couple. Daryl Williams is probably rostered, but let's say Daryl Williams and Booker is out there in either redraft or our leagues. Who are you going to prioritize this week?
Ooh. I'd probably go with Williams. I feel like we've just seen a little bit more of him.
Mhm.
And I feel like Monty is like out for sure. I personally not a big Saquon fan. I don't really like the New York Giants.
Monty is out. So Daryl Williams for CEH, Booker
Sorry.
for Barkley. No, it's
My
all
bad.
good. No, it's all good.
Monty is out though. I wasn't wrong.
Monty is out. Damian Williams is
I'd
covering.
still take Williams. I feel like the Giants are gonna do like some kind of hybrid with Booker and Saquon. I don't think you're gonna get anything out of Booker. Maybe you get 1 week where he gets you like 11 fantasy points. I just personally don't think so.
Okay. Daryl Williams did have 5 targets, 3 receptions. Booker, do you know how Booker did, Adrian?
I know he
roughly?
did pretty good. No, but I don't know this. I don't have the stats, but
Pretty good is
scored-
the
he
answer.
scored, yeah,
Pretty good is the correct answer. He had 20.8 PPR points. He rushed 16 times for 42 yards. That is not good. 2.63 yards per carry. But he had 4 targets, 3 receptions, 16 yards and a tutty, rushing and receiving. I want to remind you guys what Booker did in Oakland, covering for Jacobs. He did well. I'll put it like that. He did pretty darn well. Even when he was just spelling Jacobs, it was pretty good. I don't think there's a wrong answer, but I think I'm partial to Booker. I don't think there's much RBBC happening in New York. Who would rush with Booker? Jason, do you know? I don't know.
Brandon Jacobs.
What if? That was a big boy. Yeah, I don't. Who would you prioritize, Jason? Daryl Williams or Booker?
Well, I personally think Daryl Williams is the best running back on his team, so I'd probably go with him.
Oh, you like him more than CEH?
Yeah, probably.
What an epic fail that pick was. I would love to just highlight that once a show. That would be a treat for me. CEH would, God help us all.
Oh, Elijah Penny.
Elijah
Oh.
Penny. I'm saying I think Booker is the pick. You should go out, try to get them both. I like it. All right. So next up,
Can I point
yeah,
out one thing?
please.
Booker and Williams fantasy weeks, their yardage production was actually very similar. Booker had 2 touchdowns this week. Not a sticky stat.
Not a sticky stat, indeed.
I could also interject.
Yep.
Carson Wentz has 300 yards and 2 touchdowns right now,
Does he really?
and zero turnovers.
Yeah, but how is Hines doing? Is really what the fantasy community is wondering.
I got to pull it back up again. Probably nothing still.
Four
Yeah,
carries, 18 yards.
Yep.
Guys, what in the F?
Jonathan Taylor is having himself a day.
Is he? What's he doing?
8 carries for 46 yards and a tutty, 2 for 3 on receptions, 87 yards and a tutty.
That's so nice, dude. Hopefully he catches fire, man.
I hope
He's
so
a-
too.
He's a big boy too. All right, guys, trade for or trade away. I'll go ahead and start. The guy that I'm trading for right now, and it's especially for my rebuilds, but really any team where I can afford to slip him in a trade or just add him kind of while downplaying him is, Akers. I forgot his first name. What's his first name?
Cam.
Damn.
That is correct.
David.
So especially for my rebuilds, I'm going after Cam right now. I want to just remind you, obviously everyone knows Akers was good. Obviously everyone knows the offensive line last year was not great. We saw he was getting involved. His touches last year, once he started getting involved, we knew McVay was waiting till basically halfway through the season after the bye. About 3 games in after the second game, he had 22 touches, 32, 18, 25 touches. So Henderson this year played 4 games, 4 of the 5 games. He was out 1 game. He got 17 touches, 18, 20, and 18 with only 3 touchdowns. So, and he's already the RB14 in full PPR, missing 1 game. So we all know Akers is a superior talent. They went out, they got him, spent draft capital. Although McVay is not shy about spending draft capital and or wasting draft capital. But after seeing Marlon Mack, that was the big thing for me. Before I wanted to promote getting Akers, before I really wanted to see Akers, I wanted to see Marlon Mack. Was he going to come back? Was he going to be on an NFL roster? They don't just assign players on the team for fun and just to be a nice GM. If Marlon Mack wasn't ready to play football, he would not be on the NFL field or a roster. That said, he got a carry today, 13 yards. He can run. That's all I care about. He can run, and an NFL team wanted to sign him. So mine is Akers. I think people are still a little bit nervous about him. People right now are just going to be starting to think about, should I burn this shit down? Should I start rebuilding? OF, what is happening with my – get out in front of it. Don't be super quick to rebuild, but if you've been in the league for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, if you're rebuilding already at the beginning of the season. We were still nervous about Akers, but I really think that now is the time to buy. And starting today, he's going to get more expensive because people are seeing Marlon Mack and people are seeing their team hit the skids and they'll start to look to rebuild. Adrian, who is your guy?
Yes. And if you are smart, you will listen to me now, because my pick last week was what? Who?
Was Robert Woods?
Woods. And
Yeah.
look what kind of week he had.
Yeah, dude,
Great
bro.
week.
Awesome. So you can look for the same with this guy now. Hoping.
I
Crossing
hope
my
so.
fingers. So my play to grab and hold is Christian Kirk. So why? Because currently he's ranked 30th in wide receivers in 1 point PPR. He's ahead of his counterpart, AJ Green, Robert Woods, Mooney, and A-Rob, Chenault, and Devonta Smith. And with an aged
Oh,
AJ Green, who may be playing his last season, and a 29-year-old D-Hop who would like to retire and start his own clothing line while healthy.
seriously? Good for him.
He's primed to take over target share of Green and be the deep threat while Rondell Moore takes the slots. So I'm buying him. I was buying him even before the season. I really like Christian Kirk. I think this is the year he starts to make a breakout and start making a name for himself, moving himself up the depth chart as far as becoming the wide receiver 2, supplanting AJ Green, and then just moving on from there. I mean, I like their offense. Their offense is solid, and I just want a receiver that's a part of that offense. And I think Christian Kirk is the man that you can get now, and he can provide production for years to come. So he's young. So
I
that
love
is
it.
my guy.
Very cool. Jason.
So I did the opposite. this week. I did a player to trade away.
Oh, good.
And my player is Adam Thielen. More specifically, I guess it would be in a dynasty, obviously, but even in redraft, I would still be trading him away. He's old, in case no one forgot.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people were selling him in the off season for cheap. I got him, I believe, for pretty cheap in a couple leagues. If you remember from, I think it was probably his best statistical year, like 2 or 3 years ago when he was at a wide receiver 1 for the first 10 games. He had 100 yards every game. And then he started to fizzle off later in the season. And I think he was like a bottom. I think he was a wide receiver 3 after that stretch. The Vikings defense, I think if you've watched the last couple of games, is improving. Seems like they're running the ball a lot more, running it effectively a lot more, throwing the ball a lot less. And then it also looks like Justin Jefferson is taking over the 1A role as in the wide receiving core, unlike what Thielen had at the beginning of the season.
I think he's taking over the role in the NFL core.
Yeah, he looks real good. And then I would just say, I mean, he's coming off 2 bad weeks. His next big week, I would try and slip him and maybe a couple other feelers and try and get a younger guy or maybe someone who's got a brighter future.
Love it. I'll have a couple questions for you guys after, but I want to get Mitch in. Go for it, Mitch.
If I told you guys you could have a player on your roster who is top 10 in receptions, top 10 in targets, and this player is going to cost you next to nothing, would you jump at that chance?
I've heard seminars like this.
I would.
Would you not want that on your team?
I just want to say something real quick. James, I swear, it was going to be you. James, it was going to be you. Mitch was just going to fill in. I swear it was. Enjoy UPS. Okay, Mitch, what?
Top 10 in targets.
Okay.
Top 10 in receptions.
Yeah.
This is a guy you can go get.
Oh, good one, Mitch. Wait, Jason, did you not read the group chat? You should know the answer to this.
I don't know the answer.
Okay, then guess. That's fun.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
What's your
Jason.
guess?
Mine, I know the answer.
Top 10 targets, top 10 receptions. This is a guy you can get on your team for next to nothing.
I have Keenan Allen. I have no clue.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan
This
Allen.
Keenan Allen has more targets.
Adrian, do you know the answer?
Sure.
You didn't read it either?
I did not read it, no.
Why
I wanted to be surprised.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, Adrian, I want to hear a guess. Top 10 in targets, top 10 in receptions.
Keenan Allen is not a bad guess because he is top 10 in targets and top 10 in receptions, but Keenan Allen's going to cost you an arm and a leg to get.
Right.
This guy.
Thanks, Jay.
My real guess, I'm going to go with Emmanuel Sanders.
Great guess.
Great guess. Way off.
So bad. Such a horrible guess.
Dude's not even top 32.
Adrian, you're thinking way too hard.
I have no clue.
Mitch, give it to me hard.
Jacoby Myers.
Oh, snap. Top 10 in targets, top 10 in receptions?
Top 10 in targets, top 10 in receptions. This guy is on the field for 97% of snaps.
Yeah,
and they just showed us this weekend that their defense has a lot of holes. Thank you, Davis Mills.
Boy, oh boy.
They're going to be losing a lot of games.
Adrian, it was so close, dude.
Yes, I know.
Hey, at least your head coach doesn't say faggot in emails. How about that?
I wish he
would.
would.
At least. Oh.
Get him out of there.
Dang, I'm gonna miss you, Grudy. I'm gonna pour one out. Okay, Jacoby Myers. That's a good name.
Dude's on the field for 97% of snaps. And they're going to be losing games. They got a rookie QB who's going to make some mistakes. They're going to have to pass. His biggest issue right now is he's not finding the end zone. That's going to change. I teach stats and we have this saying called regression to the mean.
Yeah.
He's on so long without a touchdown that at some point he's got to have back-to-back weeks with 2 or 3 touchdowns. The second half of the season for Jacoby Myers is going to be so good. And you're going to look back on this episode and you'll be like, dang, I should have listened to Mitch's advice. This guy is cheap. I have him on my roster in a dynasty league that is set up like NDL, and I'm paying him $1.
Beautiful.
$1. This is
Hey,
a
guys.
guy that's going to cost you a lot to get.
Hey guys, remember when James was going to be on the show? That was funny. That was crazy. Okay, quick. Do you have anything else for us, Mitch?
He's tied in 10th for yards per reception at 10 yards per catch.
Very good for a smaller. Isn't he a slot guy?
I don't think
I have
so.
no idea.
Oh,
I think that
Good.
Harry guys.
I don't know. Okay, Adrian, real quick. So you're saying AJ Green's gone next year. So now we're in 2022. AJ Green's gone.
Yes.
Nuke is going to retire a Cardinal, I'm assuming. So it'll be Nuke,
Sure.
Rondell Moore, Christian Kirk, someone else, right? So you see Christian Kirk on the outside in Z or Y or
Outside. Yes.
so you see Christian Kirk on the outside.
Yes.
Well, that's tasty. Okay. Jason, your guy was
Yes.
who? Thielen.
Thielen.
Don't you think that now is not the best time to sell Thielen?
Yeah, like I said, wait till his next breakout game.
Oh, I apologize. Okay. Mitch, your question is how much would you spend right now in a 12-team super flex salary, non-salary, doesn't matter. Would you spend you wouldn't spend a first, would you?
No, 2nd round pick. I would
Second
give up
round.
I would give up like a 205.
So
for him.
you send me the 205 and I decline it. And I say, I'm really not super interested in sending him away for a dart throw. And you say, okay.
What if I give you this other dart throw player?
What if I say it'll take 2 seconds?
Maybe.
Solid,
I'm a
solid
firm-
maybe.
I'm a firm believer in overpaying for guys that you want, because then you've got
What? That's
you
you?
want 'em.
That is breaking news.
Wasn't
If
it Mike?
you want a guy, if
Wasn't
you
it
want a
Mike
guy,
that
go out
grabbed him?
and get him. I overpaid for Austin Eckler on another league that I'm in, and I have Derrick Henry and Austin Eckler, the 1-2 punch
Oh
at
my
running back for the whole
gosh.
league.
Yeah.
I don't care that I overpaid. I'm the
Yeah,
most
that's
dominant
hot.
team in the league.
If anybody has Jacoby Myers, send him to Mitch.
Yeah, I
He had
know.
a good deal.
You should
Couple
be in
picks.
JB. I have him in JB. I'm
Hey,
not sure.
wasn't it Mike that was grabbing him like crazy from? I knew he grabbed him from me, I think, for like a 3rd round pick, and then he grabbed him
Oh,
from
yeah. Oh,
Roy for
I
a
think-
3rd round.
Was that Cole?
Was it Cole?
Someone did it.
I thought it was Mike.
It might have been Mike. Someone smashed it. It was Cole. I think it might have been Cole. Maybe he'll hear this. But yeah, smashed it in the same day. All
3rd
three,
round.
all
Third
three
round pick.
leagues. Thirds.
He
All right,
suckered
guys.
me.
Let's get into the leagues. I'm going to bring in Jake. Jake's going to touch on JV. Then we are going to slide all up inside of the other NDL leagues. So let's bring on Jake. Let's see if I can get him on. Guys, I don't even know if this is recording well. I don't know if
it's
it's
recording.
So
Obviously, he changed his name.
Jake, I'm going to need you here with me basically every time because I'm not sure what's happening. But we did a pre-record. Then I looked at it. It looks like we're all good. We've been having a good time. Either we've been having fun all together and no one's going to see it, or everyone's going to see it. Hey, guys. Hey, honestly, I was pretty happy. I saw 21 views on our show last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Jay. That was just you opening it and reopening it. Like
Only
every
6. That was a solid 15 views. All right. Adrian, yes, we will start. We'll go into mine after. Can you share JV?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Jake, thank you very much for coming on.
Sure
We'll
thing.
do this anytime you're available. I don't care if you're on the whole thing, but
I probably won't do it often. I've got especially coaching coming up, but I'd like to do like every 4 or 5 weeks, just do a little recap of the season. Would you
Cool.
actually care if I went ahead and shared my screen real quick? Because I had a few tabs I wanted to do.
I don't even know how that works.
It's done.
Oh, snap.
Whoa,
Screen
what's
share.
going on?
Can you see my
Call of Duty,
screen?
bro? I can see
Boy.
Call of. Yep.
There.
That
Now
could
you
have
got
been
it.
really awkward. Good thing it wasn't.
Okay. Luckily, it's not. All right. So a couple things I want to talk about. So far, the season standings. Where'd it go? Standings right there. So I got my little light in the way. I have the high ground, which is who do we got? What's this guy?
Was it
Troy.
Yeah.
Troy. He's in first place, 4-0. He also has the most points scored. So I generally am really happy when the most points scored is also 4-0. I think that's how the league should be. I hate when you see guys like
Mhm,
Captain Hans Skolo, which is Braxton.
mhm,
He has 511 points and he's in fourth place with a 3-1 record.
mhm.
So I think that in this league, I would expect him to drop off, especially when you look at his team. Give me 1 second here.
That's a
When you
great.
look at his team, his quarterbacks are guys like Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Gardner Minshew, and Zach Wilson. So I think maybe down the road, 2 or 3 years from now, he might have a solid team with those quarterbacks,
Mhm,
but I don't expect him to do much, especially when you look at his running backs as well. His best ones, DeAndre Swift.
mhm,
That's really his only solid guy. And for a tight end premium, I like Hawkinson, but the rest of his team is just lacking. I like Moore, but I don't expect him to stay up there at the top half of the league.
mhm.
Another thing I wanted to touch on was Tyler York starting off with one of the highest scoring teams.
Hey, Tyler.
3-1.
It
And
was
this thing is-
Dynasty.
Yeah, first dynasty league. It's a good start to him. And I think I saw that he was also winning this week. Force and goal. Where'd it go?
Week
Oh,
5.
oh no, I'm smashing him. Oh, that's I'm sorry, week 5. My bad. That was week 1. I smashed him. No, we're on week
5. You're right.
Oh, it's because I'm looking at schedule. I should be looking at game day.
Almost live scoring.
Or live
Right.
scoring.
Right.
We're on the right.
Right.
Oh, I see it. Sorry.
Right.
Like I said, I have a light in front of my monitor, so there's things that are blocked.
Hmm.
Okay, so this week, Jay, like I said, you're
We
probably
try
gonna
not
come
to-
back and beat
We
me.
try not to talk about race here, so it's not black. It's just a darker shade of
Oh, is that
normal.
is that what we're saying?
That's right.
Okay. It looks
Yeah,
like I'll
I'm not
probably beat
beating
you.
you.
No,
Yeah.
it looks like I'll probably win. So
I
us bottom
know.
dwellers, this is kind of important. This could kind of determine whether you
Yeah.
try to build for the future or not. So even though
Mhm.
you got 2 solid
getting there.
quarterbacks there, it's depressing that in a super flex league and you have Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson that your team's so
Mm.
bad.
I know.
So I don't really understand what happened there because super flex, that duo should
Yeah.
be killing for you. But it comes down to your running backs being highly disappointing.
Yeah. You're
AJ
right.
Brown,
Just threw a touchdown.
Ayuk,
Yeah.
Brown and Ayuk struggling. Godwin hasn't been
Yeah.
much, so that's been hurting you a
I
bit.
went ahead and set Sutton, which is awesome.
I did that in a
Sutton?
couple leagues. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sutton. I had
Yeah.
Sutton and Claypool
Bro.
in like 3 leagues. I had both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really a win-win because they both did great.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like kicking myself the whole time.
Jay,
So
if you
that's-
need a running back in this
Hey,
league,
it's not
I'm your man.
over though. It's not over.
This is the way one of our top teams looks like. He will probably win today. Actually, I think unless Marquise Brown gets he could
Got a
get 12 more
touchdown.
points.
Yeah.
He just now
had
get
it.
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
he just had a touchdown.
Who did
Yeah,
Marquise
a
Brown?
few minutes ago,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, but it,
Yeah.
it shows it on there.
Yeah, it
It's
shows.
re-
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you were saying just right now. So I think he should win that. And that might propel him up into first place because I think our leader, our 4-0 guy, lost this week, if I'm not mistaken. Rebel Force, I think that's the highest score we've had the year so far, 209.
That's Renee,
With-
right?
Yeah, I think so. I believe it. Yeah, that's Renee. Mhm.
He's balling.
Yeah, she's going nuts. And
Dude,
then
she's good at like every
she is
know.
having an amazing season across every league.
dude.
Across every league.
I know.
More power to her. Mitch, you suck. Although Taylor's having a great night for you. But I think
So
you
is
said, how many
Mark
players do you
Andrews.
have injured?
I have
7.
8 people on IR.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews is having a great night too.
Yeah, honestly, you would have beaten
Oh,
a few
good.
teams in here. You would have beaten a few teams. You weren't last. So there's a few guys you could have beat. But yeah, I think Mitch, sell. But
Yeah,
don't
I'm
sell the
getting-
wrong people. Don't sell the wrong people. Like Jay talked about. Hold on to those young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler looks like is his game over. He still has Latavius Murray. So this is actually really close because it's pretty much the battle of Jack Doyle and Latavius Murray. So if Murray can sneak in for a touchdown or something, that would probably win the game for Tyler to put him at 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
So this actually is a huge matchup. Winner of this game is first place in the league.
Yeah, that one's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at the PFs and PAs.
Points for yeah.
Are
sure,
you still? Oh,
standings.
was that the last matchup you were talking? I thought.
And then the final one is
my
just 2 more 1 and 3 teams. So bottom dwellers again. So
Yeah, who
not
cares
much I
about
want to
them?
talk about.
Is
there,
that
yeah.
195? Dang, that had a hell
Yeah,
of a game.
195.
Yeah,
It's
Mr.
tight end
Mr.
premium
Ash.
super flex. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ash actually is probably he kind of has decided he's going to be rebuilding. So
Oh, did Ash already pull the plug?
he has not yet, but I know he's got some trades out there that look like he's going to be going for the future.
Okay.
So
So my PA is 575. I think I just had some bad luck. Plus, I've had some shitty luck too.
well, your points for is
you-
560 as well.
Not
So
good.
you're
I
bottom
know.
bottom 4 there.
Poo poo.
Yeah.
I really like the team though. I think next year it'll be a little bit better.
Yeah. I wonder what Hurts will be like next year as well. Like he looks solid to me, which I didn't expect.
back.
So
You know what?
yeah, Jason, we know how you feel about it.
I'm excited about Hurts.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind him going to Texans either. Hurts to the Texans. I don't know if Adrian would like it,
Yeah, I'll take it.
but I know. I'm
Better
a
than not having
fan.
a quarterback.
Pretty much what I've been feeling
Thanks, Mitch.
this year, whenever I look at
Stinger.
super flex teams, in the different super flex leagues I'm in,
Mhm.
it's looking like any team that owns Tom Brady is the best team in their league. Which
Mhm.
is it forced
Troy.
surprised at all? It's sure, and then sure enough it is.
Wow.
So every
Oh,
league
look
I've
at
been
who's
looking
got.
at,
Look who else he has though.
he does have Russell Wilson, which hurts him.
Mhm. That's
But
gonna-
he's got Jameis there. So there's the perk that I know you love of having three
yeah.
QB. It makes a huge difference. He doesn't have to trade Russell Wilson. He can ride Jameis for what was it, 3 to 5 weeks or something like that, or no,
Yeah.
6 weeks they talked about even possibly.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, it's a drop for sure. But I think with starting 4-0, he can afford going 2-2 the next or 3-3 the next few weeks.
Especially with his PF that way.
So
Yeah, he's crushing.
so far, I think that Troy looks like the favorite in the league.
Mhm.
Things could change, of course, especially with a lot of injuries that happen. I think anyone really in the top, anyone still has a shot. It just depends on what these bottom 1 and 3 teams, the winners in it, I think have whoever wins in those bottom guys, they can still contend. Losers, if you go 1 and 4, I think you kind of punt the season, in my opinion.
Here's the thing. There is very seasoned vets playing in this league.
Yep.
So we're gonna have 2 or 3 guys strategically start to punt in the next 1 to
Exactly.
2 weeks.
Mhm.
So that's gonna give another couple of those. Look at how there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1 and 3 teams with
Yep.
2 or 1, 2, maybe 3 of them in the next 1 or 2 weeks punting, and the other ones maybe catching some steam, having
Like
the
I
right
said.
trades.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And did you know-
it's those teams that, in my opinion, it's probably the teams that win this week that say, if I make a trade to make my team better, I'm a contender. And then those bottom 3 guys that are like that lost this week, they say, I'm 1 and 4, let me punt the season away.
Mhm.
And they're probably not trying to give to these best guys right here, right?
Right.
Those guys probably aren't looking for a lot. They're probably going to trade with these 3 here,
Mhm.
right? So I think it's going to even out the league quite a bit as the rest of the season goes.
Fun.
Did you
Adrian.
realize that the bottom 4 is 4 people on this show?
Is
Oh,
it
is-
actually myself, you, Mitch, and Adrian? Yep.
Dang
Hey, Jason K is right here at 2 and 2. So
Dude,
he's a-
Jason K, you're smoking us. So he's got 620
We're riddled
and
by injury.
613. Oh, good. Are you have injuries? Sucks for
I
you.
lost-
Good for us,
I
though.
lost Chris Carson, David Montgomery.
And I also have one more
Mm.
point scored than you, so therefore I am better.
Clearly.
One other thing that I want to hint at, okay? Here are all of our trades since the creation of this league. Now, we had said we wanted to create a league of the guys that are active in Discord, the guys that are always making and sending trades, and we've had 4 trades, every single one of them before the season started. So I
And I'm
challenged
too.
those in JV. I know that there's probably going to be one tomorrow between myself and someone else, but I challenge you guys. Yeah. 4 trades among only 5 owners. 5 out of 12 owners are the only ones to make a trade. So I highly encourage that we get some more trades going on. As your commissioner, we want to see that action. It's what makes these leagues fun, is not just setting your lineup and not talking to anybody. Get in there, get involved. I like the involvement we've seen in the chat. But
Mhm.
so far, it's been a fun league. I'm looking forward to see what happens. I like the setup we've seen. I think the lineups and the taxi squads it's been a good format.
Quick question. Mitch.
I came into tonight down 110 points, and I'm only down 45 points right now.
How many people were playing?
2.
Oh, that's really good.
Andrews
Jonathan
and Taylor.
Taylor and Mark Andrews.
Oh, that's
Bad
why.
we don't have Tuesday night football.
It's funny.
Like last
Rachel,
year?
my wife, I got her into fantasy the last few years. Just doing one league with Mitch and it's like an 8-man league. We always do crazy stuff. So like we have independent individual defensive players this year and whatnot. And she was projected to lose. And then she had like a 99% chance to win. And she's like, oh, this is great. And then I think she's playing Rob this week, Mitch. And then her opponent's guys just go off. And then she's like, okay, if CEH and Taylor can each get like 20, 25 points or whatever, then I should have a decent day. Then CEH, of course, gets injured. Kyler Murray got her 6 points or whatever. And whenever she loses, I don't mean that she's right here. She is the worst sore loser I have ever known. And she's like, I hate this. Why do you make me do this every year? Yada, yada, yada. And now
hey guys, guess who's
Andrews, she's easily going to win.
Guess who's not having sex tonight?
What'd you do, Jason?
No, it's Jake. It's Jake.
That's already a given.
Well, I will say this. We started this closer to the season, right? We didn't do like a really early startup, right? It was like July or August. So I think when it's that, it might have been June or July. Can't remember. But it was closer to the season. We
didn't start up right after rookie draft.
Oh, did we do it in May?
Oh no, you're right. No, we saved it for when the rest of
because
when
Tyler was leaving, right?
Yes,
Tyler was leaving.
It was late July.
So late July. So then it was training camp. Then we had to start. People like their team. Whenever that happens, it seems like trades are down,
especially in an auction league too.
Yeah.
Because
Trades
people pay the price they
up.
want to. The way I talked about it with Mitch when we started another league is you were willing to pay more for that player than anyone else. So the odds that someone's willing to pay a higher price than you paid for them in a trade is unlikely. So yeah, that makes sense.
Trades,
yeah, you're right.
Trades will ramp up.
Now that people are deciding what their team is, it'll change. Well, that's all I've got for JV. I'll be back in a few weeks to give a little recap of what's going on, but thanks for having me.
Right on, man. Thanks for doing it. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know.
All right, absolutely. See you guys.
Right on, brother.
Hi, Jake.
All right, Adrian, go ahead and pull up NFL. I will get into mine. All right, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? So we'll start with the AFC North. AFC North, at the moment, JK's Browns are in first, but he got spanked by Jim's Texans. Luckily for Nate's Bengals, took a pounding from Adrian's Jags, with both of them losing, and Todd's Ravens beating Troy's Colts. Whoa, did you guys get all that? I can't even believe I was intelligent to write all that. Intelligent enough. I can't talk. So now they're all tied in the division 3-3. That's the AFC North. AFC South, Rizzo's Titans are leading the division and in a close battle with Earl's Steelers. Pittsburgh at 52, Titans at 94. Titans had Andrews. Pittsburgh had L-Jax and Hollywood. How is Lamar doing tonight?
Great. He's got 32 fantasy points and a half PPR, where you're getting, I think, 5 points for every 100 passing yards.
And Adrian's doing well. Hey, go to that game day, Adrian, where it's the Titans versus Pittsburgh. That should be a close one.
You got Lamar and Mark.
98. Oh,
Mark
not close enough. It looks like Lamar. Oh, Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is going bonkers. 9 for 129.
Yeah.
Oh, good on you. Right on. So it looks like Titans leading the division. Looks like Titans will remain the leader in the division. Titans 5-0. 5-0 record. Good for you. Rizzo. AFC East. He's a Raiders fan. I don't know what do I do about the Raiders? I'm so lost. I'm like a sheep in the pasture without a shepherd. I don't. AFC East. Right now, Jeremy's Jets are leading the division at 3-2. Buddy lost. Good, because I'm in that division. Carmen's Dolphins are hanging on to Wentz's production tonight. He needs 28 points to beat Cole's Raiders. How are we doing, Adrian?
I think, yeah, Wentz is doing pretty good. Let's
Wentz
see.
is doing well. That's Dolphins. Dolphins
here.
winning, beating the Raiders.
Yep.
All right. Looks like Carmen is going to end up taking the lead in that division. My Bills took another beating. Dude, Zach beat me 102.9 to my 102.67.
Ooh.
After last year losing
Wow.
by 0 point something points also. So FML. AFC West with Joe's Chargers losing to Andy's Patriots. John's Broncos will remain in first in the West unless Baltimore's DST gets negative points. Also, I wanted to add that Zach still sucks. So that's all I got for the AFC West. AFC West, NFC North. Kevin's Packers are at the top right now. He's in a heated battle with Mike's Saints. Kevin with 82 with Latavius. Mike with 74 with Andrews and Baltimore. I think it's safe to say that Mike and the Saints will now be leading that division. Or let me see, Mike and the
Saints
Saints
are ahead. Yeah.
Saints
99
are?
people. Yeah.
We might have a change at the top of the NFC North, NFC South. You see that, Adrian?
Yep.
That look right. The Saints 3-2. Oh, they might be tied for first, depending on the divisional breakdown. NFC South, Jason B's Bucks are at the top with a 4-1 record and looking to keep it that way. He's playing Brandon's Bears, where Jason still has Lamar. Jason has 96. Brandon has 121. Jason needs 25 points from L-Jax. Looks like Jason will stay at the top of the NFC South. Jason and the Bucks. Couple more divisions. Conference divisions, NFC East. John Celo's Cowboys remained in first with a win this week over Mike Grillette's. Never heard of you. Cardinals. He'll advance to 4-2. Wes's Giants and Justin's Eagles, each with a win this week, are now at a respectable 3-3. While Ryan's Redskins are trying to keep pace with Justin and Wes with a win tonight, currently in a battle with Ash's Seahawks. How is Ash's Seahawks and Ryan's Redskins right now? Seahawks and Redskins. Oh, Seahawks and Redskins. Ooh, tight one.
Well, let's
109
see.
to 111.
Now it's 111 to 115 live.
Oh, Ash is hanging on. Ryan is probably going to hit the cellar. And now we have the last one, NFC West. Renee again, bro. She must be a doctor or something. Renee's 49ers lead the division at 4-1, though she just got assaulted by Justin's Eagles. And even if Ash beats Ryan's Redskins, Renee will remain queen of her division. And not queen gay, queen just like as in royalty, just in case you went. So trades, all we had as far as trades was Ross Dwelly for a third. And that's all I want to talk about that. Okay. So the guy who got Ross Dwelly was a Kittle owner, as you could imagine. All right. Who wants to go next?
I will go next.
Okie dokie.
Let's
And
go.
then we'll go Jason. We'll round out with Mitch.
Absolutely. All right. So we're looking at the AFC North. So Todd's 4-1 Steelers beat Roy's 2-3 LA Soul Rebels 190 to 131 with the help of the GOAT himself, Tom Brady, putting up
Damn.
58 points.
Do
Injuries
you
to
think he'll be
CEH.
playing at 58?
No.
Okay.
No, I think this is last year.
All right.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Injuries to CEH and Wilson hurt Roy's chances. AFC South, we have a 3-way tie for first. Joe's 3-2 Titans are being walloped by Tony and his 0-5 Ravens.
Dang,
Way
I
to
feel
go,
so
Tony.
bad for Tony.
Hey, he's beating Joe.
Yeah.
So
Does he
say it
want to
ain't
win?
so, Joe.
Does he want to win though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown will not bring enough tonight to cover almost 60-point difference unless he throws and catches his own touchdown, which is not going to happen. So Kyle's 3-2 Jags are 20 points ahead of Supervan's 3-2 Browns. A big game for from Mark Andrews could seal the deal for Van and keep him in a close second place in his division.
Mhm.
Let's go to the game day and let's see how Mr. Van is doing. Oh my goodness. He's got it, I think. 189 to 177.
Dude,
Got it.
Van.
Super Van.
Mark Andrews coming in clutch for him.
Super Van, bro.
Super Van got it.
Nice.
Good job, Super Van. Which another reason why I'm saying good job is because my 3-2 Texans, well, sorry, Jay,
Mm,
you'll need to take the L,
I am.
move
Yeah.
down and give Renee the lone first place spot.
Yeah, well said.
But the win will put me atop the division or tied with Kyle, but not anymore. I will be at the top of the division. Thank you very much.
Good job.
Which brings us to, who knows if it stays, but I'm
Sure.
enjoying it while it lasts.
Hey, man.
So it brings us to the AFC West. So we got Jay's 4-1 Raiders. Okay, I won't rub it in.
Yeah.
Renee's 4-1 Broncos will have the top
Yeah.
of the division after this week, as she will send Jason K and his 2-3 Bengals back to the chopping block.
You
which
gonna?
we'll discuss later.
Okay. Just-
So let's see what's happening in the NFC. So we have
Yeah.
NFC North. We have Cole's undefeated Vikings rolling and steamrolling past the 0-5 Saints. Are you taking notes, Joe?
Mhm.
I will let that sink in a bit. Cole will be rooting for Carson Wentz tonight to be the only remaining team undefeated. So let's see how Cole is doing at this Vikings.
Wow.
I think he's got it.
Oh my God, he smashed.
Yeah.
Damn. Big
So,
time, dude.
Good job,
Thank you.
Cole. NFC South, we have Nick's 5-0 Bucks are clinging to a 22-point lead over Nate's 3-2 Bears. Nate and Cole hope Wentz can lead him to a victory. A victory from Cole would solidify second place in his division.
Mhm.
NFC West, there was a three-way tie for first, but looks like Rizzo's 3-2 LACTU will take sole possession of first place with his win over Casey's 3-2 Packers. Chris Johnson's 3-2 Falcons and Nilo's Seahawks both take a loss to move them down in a tie, in a two-way tie, or out of the tie. So looks like Rizzo's going to have sole possession of first place in the NFC West. And with that, that is the game information for JB. We actually finally had some movement in JB, but in the AFC. So nothing in the NFC.
Oh, okay.
So we're waiting for NFC to finally do something. Come on, NFC, you got to do something.
They're a little slower.
A little slower.
Yeah.
So this is what we have. Both trades include Jason K. So we have Jason went on a spree after Renee's beating and traded, listen to this, Locke, Stafford, Gaskins, P. Ryan, D. Hop, and Hunter Henry to Joe for Derek Carr, Cam Akers, David Johnson, Calvin Ridley, and Robert Tunyon. But that pot, they're building that pot.
Dude, they are.
But a big
So-
haul for both. But that's a lot, isn't it? That's a haul.
Team swap.
That is so wild. So when you received that, Jason, what were you thinking?
So it started, he sent me, I pulled it up. He sent me Jimmy Garoppolo, Cam Akers, and a third for Heineke, Gaskin, Mike Williams, and Robert Woods.
Mm-hmm.
And then I countered with something close to this one right here, and then he countered with essentially the trade that we did.
So I'll just ask one question. What caused you to hit accept? What part?
Well, I was trying to get rid of guys who I think maybe are really at the end of their careers. Stafford might have 2 years left, 2-3 years. Gaskin, this is probably his last year of relevance. Hunter Henry, and then Hopkins, I think, is nearing his end. I really wanted Ridley,
Mhm.
and then Akers and Carr.
Mhm.
I see as guys who can hopefully I can get like 3, 4, 5 years out of all of them.
Mhm. Huh. That's a big one. That's probably one of the biggest ones I've seen of relevant
And then-
players.
And then check this out. So then after that, Jason said, bring it on. And Kyle said, okay. So Kyle sent a 2022 first and second and Jalen Rager, which I'm sure got Jason's attention. And Jason said, I'll give you the number 5 receiver in fantasy points and give up Michael Williams. About that.
So you rebuilding, Jay?
I'm just ready for Mike Williams to get hurt.
I know. I don't know.
That's
I
the
think
best. In my opinion, this is the peak of his value. I feel like he always gets hurt. He jumps real high and falls, and every play he comes down, it's like he's done for the year.
I was talking to Kyle earlier today, and I can't remember if he said it or I said it, but one of us said, you know, obviously now that you traded for him, he's going to get hurt. And he was like, yeah, for sure. And then he was like, well, maybe since now he's on the run and he's not taking those shorter passes, he's not going to have many contested catch or as many contested catches to go up and get and to fall so hard like he generally does. If he's running in stride, maybe he stays healthy.
Yeah, maybe.
Be nice. It'd be
It
nice
would-
for him. Yeah.
It would be nice for him. It'd be nice for us.
Yeah.
I
Super
think
nice for him.
I think both of you got a good deal. I like it. 12 team, that second round pick still has relevance. There's people keep clowning the next year's draft, but there are some really good wide receivers that are going to come out and be available for us in the
And
second
you always
round.
get to those rookie drafts and people get rookie happy.
Oh
They're
yeah.
like, oh,
Look at
this guy
Adrian.
is amazing. We overlooked
Adrian.
him.
Adrian will sell the farm for a second or a
A
third.
couple seconds. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Or
Huh.
fourth. I'm
Good
not
job,
picky.
Jay. Way to add some trades in the content today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good ones. 32
bouncing?
or no, GA.
GA.
GA for Jason. This league
Alrighty.
I like better. Although I
A
lost
lot.
mother effer.
A lot of blowouts this week. A lot. So I didn't have time to put all the names, but we'll go by teams and you can help me out.
He can go. I mean, yeah, you're fine.
All right, so I did the Bengals. I don't really know why. You guys can explain this to me why the Steelers are ahead of the Bengals in the standings there. Even though the Bengals have more points and they have the same division record.
Those
True.
those division records don't really make sense because there's only been 4 weeks and that looks like there's been 5.
Well, because the DH doubleheader.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's probably a 1A, 1B type deal.
Okay.
So I had the 3-2 Bengals, that's James, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's James.
And then they went against the 5-0 Jags, and they handed them their first loss.
Michael
Good job.
Williams.
And it looked like it was it looks like I think it was still going on, but it looked like he crushed them, beat them by a lot.
Nice.
Right. Yeah, right there. Yeah, he beat him by like 50
Wow. Good one.
after what Andrews and Hollywood did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the Jets against the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Joe
Joe and the
and
Jets
Jim.
first, Jim and the Broncos, and Joe improves to 4-2 after a 55-point win.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the Chargers and the Patriots.
Chargers are Tony.
Lopez.
Oh, look, he's doing well in GA.
Yeah.
And
And
Tony
Mitch.
improves to Tony actually falls
Yeah.
to Mitch.
Tony fell.
Oh, fell
by
hard.
14 points.
Look at Mitch. Dang, Mitch just got super hard right now.
Everybody's been taking a massive dump on my team.
Oh, well, Mitch,
70 points.
you give us a lot of fuel,
There you go.
buddy.
I'm
Good
just
win.
saying,
Good
Look at the
win.
results. Second highest scoring team in the league.
Look at them results.
All right,
There you
now we're
go.
on to
Nice.
NFC.
Okay.
I may have put the Panthers. I meant to put the Lions. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna skip that. So I have the Falcons and Jason W. And they got absolutely destroyed by the Lions.
Thanks for that. Could have said it
30 points.
Love
nicer.
it. Love
30
it.
point loss.
Who beat me? Lions, Casey. Bastard. Dang,
Love
his
it.
team's
Thank you,
his
Casey.
team's solid. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
You drew.
I have my Eagles went against the 49ers. And I lost by 100 points, I believe.
Braxton. Braxton. Yeah, he's got a nice team.
Yeah,
He had Tom
he's-
Brady and Devontae Adams, I believe.
he hit me up today to start negotiations. He was like, "Hey, I have Carr and you have Lance. I'm thinking about a trade. What do you think?" And I just wrote, "LOL." That was it.
And then the last one is the Cardinals, and that is Masnashna.
Masige. And
And
Michael.
then they played the Cowboys, who is
That is Thomas
Thomas.
Bradner.
And the Cardinals won by 100 points as well.
Wow.
Hey, and breaking news: the JV league. Jake was right. He took an L. I just beat him 153.4 to 150.45. I guess if Hines would have actually scored more, he would have beat me in this league, and I would have won the other league. I'd much rather win the JV league. NDL is all that matters in life. I just want you guys to know that in fantasy football, it's all NDL. Sorry about that, Jay. Go for it.
It's all right. I'm finished. No trades this week.
No trades in third and GA. Dude,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
surprised.
I'm super. I know Adrian. Adrian's
Not yet.
I do. I know. All right. Give it to me hard, Mitch.
All right.
Okay. You see what's going on
Yeah.
right here, right? We got something brewing.
Jacoby oh wait, no. We're below that.
Wow, Mitchell. James is never coming back.
All right. Let's start out in the AFC North there. Basically looking if there's a clear one in that league, in that division, we're just going to focus on them. But there's a couple of divisions where it's all kind of hot garbage, if you will.
Sure.
Are we going to say something or no?
No, that's I'm
Oh.
thinking about my team.
Okay.
It's not good.
So we're gonna have two teams tied for first in the AFC North. Cole's Gunslingers are gonna fall to Renee with Jacksonville. I feel like her name has come up a lot in this particular episode, and she has been dominating. So she continues that. Jacksonville is gonna move to 3-2. Gunslingers is gonna fall to 3-2. And then I think James may have won his matchup. It was dependent on Lamar. I can't remember if James has Lamar.
Should be over. So let's see. Oh, it's
He was
over.
playing Lamar.
Which games?
Capitalists, Cleveland Capitalists. Looks like he won 89-67. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, you just wanted to bring up my team. You.
My bad.
Oh wait, did I win?
You
You
won.
Oh, oh, oh!
50.
I'm so happy,
You won by a
51
lot.
points.
dude.
Nice.
Lamar went absolutely
had-
postal.
I don't think that game is over right now.
It's
Oh,
but
it's
I think
4
it
seconds
ended.
left.
Oh,
Or it's
4
over. Yeah.
seconds.
It's well on my
Is it over?
7-second delay, so it's over. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, do we want to just talk about my team again? Or
Yeah. So you beat Cleveland Capitalists,
Thanks.
and
that's enough.
actually, so then James drops to 2-3. So that's irrelevant. And Cole and the Gunslingers have sole possession of the
Oh.
AFC North.
So happy.
Moving to the AFC South.
Okay.
It is Renee's show there with the Jacksonville. The other few teams are all below 500, so she won. She kicked Cole. You can finish that alliteration if you'd like. So she's going to move on and continue winning, so that's good. In the AFC East, this is kind of a cluster. All these teams
It
are
is.
all over the place. The only person to, nope, every single team lost in the AFC East this week.
Really? Hey,
And
Yeah.
just
Looks
as
like-
a note and some breaking news, we are in overtime.
oh, no way.
Yes.
Oh my God, Hines can still beat me or I could win.
Somebody missed a field goal.
The Colts Blankenship missed
Oh.
the field goal
His
last
hip was
second.
No
bothering him, I
way.
think. So, but anyway,
Texting Jake.
Sorry.
you're good. So it looks like Carmen lost to Rizzo.
Are you sure the
Raiders?
game's still going? Great.
Andy was sacked by Dan's Denver Defenders. Jim was gonna lose to Zach because Jonathan Taylor was going crazy. Jim is White Buffalo, and Tim and the New England Snow Dogs lost to Ash. La La Land Ash. So everybody in the AFC lost, further making that division look pretty bad. Miami Vice is the best team in that division, but it's anybody's game.
Mitch doesn't listen to anything that I say in the group chat. Just FYI, I wanted to say that out loud. Keep going, Mitch.
You said to look at division leaders.
I was like, just talk about like one game per division.
Yeah, but like all those games, like all those people are above 500, so it's like kind of close either way. And
It's super cute. It's super cute the words you're using, but that like it doesn't mean anything. Because I was like, yeah, dude, just like go ahead and point out James is never coming back. I know you think your seat is like super secure because it is, but I'm gonna need you to start listening. Pickle.
Dan and the Denver Defenders, they beat Andy in the New York Stock Exchange. So Dan moves to 4-1. That wraps up the AFC.
There. Look at you.
In the NFC, the 69ers, Dave's 69ers are going to roll over Kevin here, moving to 5-0. So they're going to continue to be undefeated. They're looking really good. In the NFC East, you've got John and the Washington Colonials. They're going to fall to Roy. That's a bit of an
Poor
upset
Roy.
because Roy's team sucks.
Dude.
And then
Poor
in the
Roy's
NFC
all of his teams in all of the leagues.
Mhm.
That hurricane just rocked him and his everything, unfortunately.
in the NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually know what this team name is called. The Flashers, New Orleans TTAA Flashers. Todd. It looks like he's going to win over the Sith Pack, Joe in the Sith Pack, and so he'll be
Yes.
winning in that division as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
The best
then
division.
we'll
Next.
talk about Adrian and the Chicago easily winning over Adam. Tampa moving to 4-1.
Dude, Adrian, you have some good teams, bro. Good job.
Somewhat.
Wait, is that you? Oh yeah, Chicago outfit.
Yeah.
Do you just take over that team?
Yep.
Wow, good job, dude.
I'm
All right,
gonna
guys.
I'm gonna
And
take
we have
over the
two
NFC
trades.
North in a few years.
Cool trade.
Two
I
trades.
didn't see that there was any.
Two in the last 7 days.
Nice.
Go.
While you're pulling that up, how's the game going?
It's just started overtime. Looks like the Ravens are getting the ball first.
Love it.
Oh,
All
I made
right,
some trades.
so that top one, it's a little hard to read, but Jason K and Motor City gave away Sam Darnold, and he got from Joe in the Sith Pack, Tyrod Taylor, a 2022 first and a 2022 third.
And that's your rebuild, right, Jay?
Yes, and I just want to mention I paid the 205 and the 208 in last year's draft for Sam Darnold.
Love it. Well done. Good gets.
All right, so you turned a 205 and a 208 into Tyrod Taylor, a first and a third. Not bad.
Mhm. Not
Nice.
bad at all.
The other trade there is between Adrian and Chicago Outfit, and
Or Adrian and the Tampa Bay Raiders.
sorry,
That too.
are
And
they
Adam.
both Adrian?
Party
No.
Raiders.
Adam, right?
Yes, Adam's the Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Okay. So Adrian gave away Julio Jones, the Washington football defense, and a 2022 second for Leonard Fournette, Jameson Crowder, and the Titans defense. Don't see a lot of people trade defenses in the middle of a season. in a dynasty league.
I know.
Or redraft. So that's a
I
little
know.
odd that it was the defenses that broke the camel's back there.
Yeah, that could be a salary thing, maybe. It could be a bye week thing. That's what I've seen. But Julio and a second for Crowder and Fournette.
I needed another running back,
Mhm.
and I wanted a younger receiver, and the defense were just kind of throw-ins. I think he wanted the Washington football team's defense, and I said, okay. So, I mean, they weren't the ones I was starting, so
Dude,
I have my main.
and Fournette, super injury prone, and then nothing.
Yeah, he's been looking good past 2
Dude,
weeks.
last year too.
Yeah.
What did they call him? Playoff Flenny? Dude.
Yeah.
That was it, Mitch?
That's it.
You were the man. Thank you very much, brother. All right, guys, anything else you need to say?
Zach, please put through my funds.
Freaking Zach. I'll try to see if I can do anything else as far as, help him with anything else besides just trades. He doesn't like to give up too much, which I don't blame him. But remember, guys, take a listen to the people we're buying and selling. It definitely helped out last week. Robert Woods was a big fat hit. I don't remember A-Rob. We're still waiting. Mitch, you had, and Mooney. Hey,
Mooney kind of sucked this week.
Yeah, for some
I
reason.
said it.
You know why? Because the Raiders get run all over, and they don't even have to pass against the Raiders. Our corners have been doing all right, but Mooney didn't do well. Love Mooney still. But right on, guys. Thanks so much. Love you. Hope you have a great evening. Hopefully this recorded well. Guess we'll see in about 30 minutes or so. Right on, guys.
Take care. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Later.